What's good, guys? Prince Sports coming at you with another one. So, if you know me by now, you know I've been talking about Giannis and Dame coming together as a great duo because I truly believe that this duo has the potential of being the best duo in the NBA. Now, if you look at all the duos that came in the NBA, Kyrie and Kevin Durant played very similar. Kyrie's just basically a shorter version of Kevin Durant in terms of scoring, right? Neither one of them are really known for playing defense. They're just lights out scores. Okay, they cancel each other out. Then you got Luca and Kyrie play the same position, cancel each other out. Two ball dominant players that need to shoot and have the ball in their hands a lot of times. I don't even know why that duo is still together, but that's another subject for another day. AD and LeBron, two guys that play the same position really. They both guys that play the four. Neither one of them want to make a real commitment to playing defense. They just rebound and score. They cancel each other out. Then you got Kawhi, Paul George, cancel each other out. Two-way players, but they often struggle. That's why they need a point guard to play make and make life easy for them because it becomes a little too much stagnant and predictable with the Los Angeles Clippers, right? They play too much ISO ball because both of those guys are very similar in their style of play. So there's really no duo in the NBA that is different like Giannis and Dame. Now, Giannis and Dame, both first team selections, okay? They both are guys that come off averaging 30 a game. They both are elite scorers. One is an elite defender, the other one's not. But what you get is Dame Dollar, who's one of four players in NBA history to put up those type of numbers that he put up last year and have the same true shooting percentage as James Harden, Michael Jordan, Luca, and Dame himself makes the fourth guy. So only four guys in NBA history to do that at that efficiency level, at that clip, okay, with a high field goal percentage. Extremely hard to do. But Dame, historically, has been great if you're just looking at numbers last year. Then you look at Giannis. Giannis is on par with lots of individual accomplishments, lots of record-breaking things. Right up there with Kareem and Walt Chamberlain. Matter of fact, he's giving Kareem a run for his money for greatest Milwaukee Buck of all time, and he's on his path to doing that. And he's also on his path to becoming one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Remember what I said about Giannis? Hakeem Olajuwon is in a lot of people's top 10 with 2 championships. It's not about the numbers, it's about how you do it. If he wins another championship in the same dominant fashion, he already got a lot of individual accolades under his belt, he could very well quack that top 10. Crack. He could very well crack that top 10 with another championship, depending on how he wins it. Because remember, you got Hakeem in there. You could also put Giannis in there, all right? So here's the thing. A lot of people like to talk about this duo and, they're not this, they're not that. Well, only time will tell. But based off history, when players like this come together, which is rare, actually never have two players this dominant, or at least on the offensive end and world-breaking history numbers, never really came together like this. All the other duos were either organically put together, meaning that somebody was organically going to be an alpha, somebody was organically going to be a sidekick. These are two guys that one is from his franchise, built himself up. The other guy built himself up on another franchise. And now they came together, which makes this a more devastating duo. One of the most devastating duos potentially in NBA history. So then you talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, they're lacking defense. The same thing that Drew Holiday gave the Milwaukee Bucks, you could get from Chris Middleton. All right. He could spot up shooter, same as Drew Holiday could be, or was at that point. And Chris Middleton is actually a better one-on-one defender than Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is a better help defender, Most of his defensive plays came at the expense of somebody getting double teamed. And that's pretty much how you have to play defense in today's era, because a lot of guys can't really stop people one on one that much no more. There's no more Ron Artest's. There's no more Dennis Rodman's, guys that could individually stop you. The main reason why is because the way the league is. It's 2023. The rules, you almost have to sneak up on somebody and play help defense to really actually stop players these days, because defense is so handicapped in certain ways that you have to plot around how you're going to play defense. You almost have to double team the guy most of the time. And the only duo that is even on par with Giannis and Dame on paper is the Joker and Jamal Murray. The only difference is Jamal Murray hasn't caught up yet with his star potential. He hasn't reached there yet. He was a great performer in the postseason, but he has to perform like that all year round for him to be like elite, like best of the best. And he hasn't reached that status yet, but that's the closest duo that could catch Dame and Giannis. But as of right now, that looks like a scary duo. And only time will tell. That's why they got so much pressure on them, because based off what you're going to get out of those two guys. Just imagine pick and rolls, the offensive scoring. They're going to have to put some stuff together, but the potential is there. And they could very well, could have, would have, win an NBA championship. That's why the pressure is on them. Only time will tell. Let's see what's up.